welcome to Dashcam Diary of a Disabled. I am not in my vehicle because I locked my keys in the car last night. I hardly ever lock my vehicle doors. And I don't know what I was thinking. I never leave my keys in the ignition, but for whatever reason, I left them in the ignition yesterday. And I just got preoccupied with unloading my car with everything else. And then we had an incident last night where some dude knocked on my parents' door asking if my dad wanted to sell his truck. And we're like, no. What are you doing here? This is a dead-end street. Why is this random dude knocking on a door wanting to know if selling a truck because it doesn't have a for sale sign in it? We asked him, what are you doing back here? Oh, I was working an asphalt job down the road. Okay, for one, when you look at our street, like coming into our street, it doesn't even look like there's a street back there. Like, you cannot see down our street. You can't see down the street at all. Like, it kind of like curves, and all you see at the entrance of the street are bushes and like one or two houses, and it says dead end, no outlet. Like, there's no reason why anybody should be coming on our street unless this is on purpose for the assisted living homes or landscaping for the houses across the street, whatever. Why are you scoping out our hood and knocking on people's door? Hey, you want to sell that? Come on now. That's a little sus. So I was in the middle of gaming last night with my friend. So this incident happened like maybe around like 6 p.m. I don't know. And then that's around my gaming time. So right after that incident or whatever, I started gaming with my friend. And our gaming matches are like an hour long. Well, we had only gotten like 20-30 minutes into our 45 minute to an hour match, and my mom's like, you need to lock your vehicle, blah 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 blah. It was very dramatic, and I'm just like, okay, come on now, like, why didn't you mention this earlier? I would have certainly gone to do that. But after she, had to call around and call her siblings and be like, listen to this drama that just happened this evening. Somebody's trying to jack our truck, and this only happened like recently too, where my mom was out doing yard work. I think I mentioned this in a video not too long ago too. That some dude was like, hey, you guys, I'm looking for a truck for sale on this street. My mom seems to think it might be the same guy, but she's kind of prejudiced, so I don't know if it was really the same person or not. But my mom is definitely hyper vigilant when it comes to anybody on our street. She's all like, thief, get out of here, stop looking in our neighborhood. Like, it's good that my mom is aware, but she can be very kind of dramatic. Now I know where I get it from. I'm dramatic because of her, probably. But regardless, I wasn't thinking. I also had done a lot of running around yesterday, and I came home and I ended up taking a nap. Like, my keys were in my car all freaking day. Like, that's not cool. I don't ever leave my keys in my freaking ignition. Like, this is abnormal for me. I only have one key to my vehicle, and that's it. I have to call a locksmith now. I can't afford a locksmith. I don't know how I'm going to get in my car. I'm really stressing out about it now because I found out as I'm trying to leave for my chiropractor appointment, where did I put my keys? Like, I checked all my normal places in the pocket, and I usually always hang them up in the same spot every day after I get home. Sometimes I get lazy and I leave it in my coat pocket, hang up my coat with them still in the pocket. So that's what I checked first, and I'm like, okay, it's not there. And my mom's like, you better not have left them in the ignition. And I'm like, thinking, you're right, I hope I didn't. Sure enough, I look in my passenger window, they're right there in the ignition. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm already late to my freaking chiropractor appointment now, because then I was like rushing out the door, like going in and out. Where's my sunglasses? Where's my chapstick? Where's my drinks? I need to have all this stuff, because I was I was in that process getting ready to go, and I usually, go in and out the door a couple times on the way out the door, because I'm like, oh yeah, I need this, oh yeah, I need that. Whenever I'm in a hurry to do something, I'm just very absent-minded, and I just don't pay attention to every little detail. It's the ADHD. I mean, what can I do? It does affect my life, in many small and big ways. So now, instead of me having a big old meltdown and freaking out because I need to leave, which I started to do anyway, because that's my natural, this is who I am. Like, oh no, what the F am I going to do? I can't afford a locksmith. I can't get my key out. I planned on actually detailing the car today if I didn't actually eat when I get home and end up in a food coma like yesterday. I was going to do it yesterday. That didn't happen. And if it had, I wouldn't have left the damn keys in the ignition, because I fully intended to detail my car yesterday, and that's probably where my line of thinking was leaving them in the ignition, because I was going in and out, and I'm like, okay, I should probably eat something before I do this, and then I end up just falling asleep. I think that's exactly what happened. And now, I was also in a hurry to lock my car last night, because my friend reminded me in between rounds, we were about to start our second hour-long session. He's like, hey, did you go lock your car? I'm like, oh, shoot, no. Let me run out there and do that. So I didn't look at anything. I just locked the door and ran back in and played my game, and then went to bed after that. So I woke up, did my normal everyday routine, lounge around, trying to take all my medication, get ready to go for the day. And there's my keys in the car. Now I'm driving my parents' car. And I don't like their car. I don't have my butt cushion. It's uncomfortable. They kind of have a better place for me to set my freaking camera, honestly, on the dash. So I can do a dash cam a little bit easier in their car. But now I'm freaking out. I have absolutely no money. I'm down to like $100, and that's going to put money in my gas tank, and that's it. I'm broke until the 1st. And then the 1st, I have a few bills I need to pay minimum payments on. And then the rest is the only thing I got for gas money to get to Vegas. I'm going to get roughly 10 miles per gallon. I get like 150 miles, if that, per tank of gas, depending on the incline and decline of going through the Sierra Nevadas. I still haven't planned my route yet. I'm starting to get excited for my trip, and I'm trying to okay, I'm done with this 50th anniversary stuff. I can start planning my own thing now, with the exception of I still need to purchase the silverware, paper plates, the stuff for snacks, which are minuscule. I'm going to be going to the Dollar Tree and getting the stuff for that. It's easy, not too expensive. It's kind of within my budget. I'll max out my one credit card that I've been slowly trying to pay down, but I can't seem to get anywhere with. So I'm really stressed out now. I don't know how I'm going to get my car key out of my car. My car is extremely hard to break into. And now I'm going to have to try and figure out a locksmith. Maybe I'll try calling my insurance company and see if they cover any of that. Or if I just have a copay or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I am broke as F. I'm really worried about my finances and having enough money to get to Vegas next. I had $500 put away. I end up having to spend my $500 in gas on my mom's birthday, food, and gas to get to all my doctor appointments and all my co-pays for my medication. I mean, I just shelled out $60 yesterday for my medications. It sucks. My medical expenses take my entire checks, basically. And gas, I paid my parents a little bit of rent to rent the room. And I really just don't have any money to spare. I live paycheck to paycheck on my fixed income. And that is why I'm trying so hard to get to 500 subscribers so I can try and earn some revenue on my YouTube channel. I just cannot afford to keep, this is the one thing I'm splurging on myself. The one thing I'm going on one vacation, and I can't even afford that. And it makes me sad, I want to have at least some little fun in my life. Even if it's just like 2 weeks, I just want a little bit of fun. And it's just killing my bank account, taking care of my stupid medical expenses. I know I'm not the only one in this position. I know this economy is so bad right now. It's just, what bad timing on this freaking lockout of my freaking car. I really gotta feel my feelings today. I was in such a great mood until this entire lockout. I'm not gonna let this lockout ruin my day though. I'm gonna feel my feelings about it right now. And then my logic brain will turn back on at some point. But I was in a great stinking mood before all this. It's a sunny day. I'm ready to get some stuff done because I rested up yesterday. I took a nap. I did what I needed to do. So I could have some energy for today and tomorrow to get some stuff done. Like, I need to go through my clothes. I have, like, an entire single-sized bed in my parents' office is just piled high of all of my clothes I need to go through. I have all my stuff, like my floor mats and stuff, outside of my vehicle. I've been driving around without the floor mats and stuff because it's a reminder. I need to get this stuff cleaned and finished. I am the best at starting projects, but I'm the worst at finishing them because of my ADHD, because of my chronic fatigue, because of my chronic pain, because of my doctor appointments, and then I just need to rest and then do just a little bit at a time. I've been working on detailing my vehicle for over a month. And now, the day that I'm actually going to get it done, I'm going to have a setback and have my car be locked out of my car, so I can't even work on it today. Instead, I'm going to have to figure out how to get some money to pay for a locksmith to get that out. And I still have to have a little bit of money in my checking account to fill up my gas tank one more time before the end of the month. Because I have doctor appointments to go to, like, several times this month. I need gas to get to doctors. The one benefit that I do miss from the VA was being able to get reimbursement for mileage to go to my doctor appointments out in the community. That system got really jacked up during COVID. I had a routine going. I knew how to fill out the forms. I knew how to get reimbursed for my mileage. And it all worked out until COVID. And then they started denying me for some stupid reasons. Because I start to be really honest with them. I'm like, I do this. This is point A to B to C to D. I'm truthful about it. And then they're like, no, we're not paying you the mileage for that. Which is another VA gripe that I really have about the mileage reimbursement program. Because it was good for a while, and I really did get reimbursed to all my appointments. Especially when I was driving 300 miles one way to get to one doctor appointment. And then they started cutting me off. It was really disheartening. I can't afford to keep doing all of this. So I either let my health decline and just stop going to doctors, or I just keep fighting and just be completely overwhelmed and stressed out over my finances. I still try to be chronically happy. I'm just in a mood today right now. I'm trying to process what the heck I'm going to do. I just just have to do one thing at a time, and right now I have to just make it to my chiropractor appointment. I can't think too far ahead, but the anxiety is starting to build because I just don't know what I'm going to do. I look freaking fabulous today though, with my little bow tie and my little bunny loops, bunny hair loops things. So even though I'm a freaking mess emotionally, at least I look damn cute today. So here is my ADHD mask. I'm gonna have to mask myself while I'm out in public. I had to put my feelings aside for a little while until I can get done with my chiropractor appointment, which usually I end up crying my eyeballs out at my chiropractor. Thank goodness I didn't do any makeup today because I would totally be screwed up by now. It'd be totally messed up. Today's diary of a dash cam, I'm upset. I'm upset because this is what happens. I freaking swear. I freaking swear to goodness that this kind of stuff always happens in the best of worst of times. Right when I want to be productive, I'm going to have a setback. And then I'm going to have a tism meltdown over it. Because I can't have a great day altogether. I'm going to make it a great day. Don't get me wrong, things will turn. These feelings are temporary, but I need to feel the feelings for right now. But 'tis only temporary. This is only a moment blip in time. These are things I have to remind myself when I'm in a meltdown. I have to just try and reaffirm myself, rewire my brain, and tell myself everything will be okay. Everything will be fine. I need to get my fight or flight response to chill out. Putting a pen or whatever I can in this helps calm the central nervous system, calm down by just having that in between the fingers. That is an automatic, natural instinct in the human body as a human response to this right here. And all this means is the very last finger that would touch a mother when a baby is grasping or holding on for dear life is the very last finger. And so it naturally calms the fight or flight response. My nose is so tickly. I was doing good until I had to take an anxiety pill. I wasn't going to take one today, but to help control my fight or flight response, I had to take it. I'm really disappointed because I really didn't want to take one today. I need to savor them for days where I'm really having a meltdown. So today is the appropriate day, I suppose, to take one. I just really didn't want to take it today. I want to be productive, and it does slow down my nervous system, and it keeps it calmer. But sometimes my tism is overpowering, and no matter how much medication I take, my body can still overpower it. Where my medication's not as effective, my body adapts so easily. A lot of it is trying to have your own mind-body connection and grounding oneself. So, natural instincts is to just take the easy path out and not feel the feelings, and to push them aside and not deal with them. college and getting my Bachelor of Science in Forestry, I had to take many natural resource type classes to learn about dirt. I had to learn about water. I had to learn about diseases of trees and plants. I had to learn about how to identify them off the top of my head. Like, I learned a lot in college. It was 6 years of a degree, and it was extensive. A lot of information all at once. But water will always win. Water takes over. Like, water will always win. Like, no matter what, it will. So, people that are surrounded by water, be careful, because it will take over and it will wash your house and land out from under you. Water always wins. That's one thing I really did take away from my college degree, is water always wins. And also, living in Hawaii, I learned to respect the ocean. Even though I grew up in the Oregon coast has a lot of undertows, and it's a really cold ocean. And so, growing up trying to swim in the ocean, it was always just cold as F. You just get in there, get cold, and then you have the nice cold wind on the Oregon coast and the rocky terrain that's just freaking cold. Beautiful scenery, very cold. Don't really like to swim in the ocean in Oregon, I tell you. But living in Hawaii, I lived in the ocean. I went to the North Shore almost every day after work. On my days off, I spent so much time in the ocean. I am a water baby. That's why I joined the Navy. I love the water. I love the ocean. I love that I live in a state that has the ocean, that I can at least go look at it, even though it's too cold to get in. At least I have a beautiful sight. So these are the positive things that I'm thinking about today, Vice. The stress that I'm going to be feeling as soon as I get done with my appointment with my car key. I am starting to chill out a little bit and calm me down as this is slowly taking effect with helping me calm down. I would love to be smoking on this, but it's my vehicle's, my parents' vehicle, and I just can't be doing that. And I don't condone it either. I wish I could be smoking this though. I have to wait until I get home to use it. As a responsible user of the medical stuff. But I have this as quite handy to be able to calm my nervous system down a little bit just by having it in that position in my fingers. And my medication might be kicking in too. I don't know. All I know is my body is quite sensitive, and it is very, very overpowering. Like, the tism is strong in this body. Like, I'm inconsolable sometimes. I really can't. Why is there no traffic going? I'm gonna go. I don't know what's up with that. So, anyways, I'm just having a morning. I look gorgeous, beautiful. I'm gonna just keep focusing on that, focusing on what is good today. And I look damn pretty today, so I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on. I'm in a little bit different of pain today that I woke up in, Vice. The last few weeks, my adjustment went fabulous on Wednesday, a couple days ago. I only hope that today's adjustment goes just as good, if not better. I have had some new pain symptom signals in different areas this time, so I don't know how we're gonna adjust. I try to think about my adjustment plan. Like, every time is different. We don't do the same pattern every single time. Sometimes we really have to start with the first ribs. Sometimes we have to start with the SI. Sometimes we have to start in the middle. Sometimes we have to start with the side posture. Sometimes we need to just do the traction. But my entire body is just out of whack all the time. Trying to gain equilibrium, trying to gain stability. But I've been having more pain in my left side of my chest, right around where my heart, I think, is. And then I'm also, I've been having like just like more sharp, like needle type pain, like in the rib breathing area on the left side in particular. And I'm wondering if it's because of the way we got my ligaments to shift over the top of my ribs with that modified adjustment that one day. So that's why things are just like kind of different on the left side of the body now. It's really hard to try and figure out your pain patterns, seriously. I've been working on this thing for years and it's always different. With EDS, it's always different. You cannot do the same thing every single time. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't, like, with regular people without EDS, it can work like that. But for somebody with my complicated EDS, it's just not, it's not normal. But I am now his #1 patient with being able to communicate where I need to have him adjust me. I had to tell him out more, in, up, down, towards the spine, up towards the cervical. Like, I can pinpoint exactly something off. I just can't tell him what is off. I just know there's something that's different. It's not normal-ish feeling. I'm always going to have pain. I'm always going to be managing some type of pain. It's just, it's wonky. It's really wonky having EDS. It's really bizarre. I don't know how to describe it to people other than just little by little in these videos. Just, it's so hard to manage this entire body of malfunctioning and dysfunction all the time. And it changes. And so I can barely keep up with myself and understand what is really going on. And I've been working on this for years with my chiro. And I can't go to just any chiro either. This chiro is the only one that I can see because he's the only one that understands how complicated I am and how we can't attack it. When once we know that something works, it doesn't work like that every time. It's weird. So anyways, I had to get some of my feelings out, and I'm pretty much at my appointment, so I better get going. I love you all. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you for subscribing. Please help me get to 500, guys. I really need to get some monetary help, even if it's just like 50 cents per watch or something. Like, I want to sell my merchandise too, and I don't have a website, and Etsy has like too many stipulations and stuff. I don't know what YouTube charges me to sell my merch, but you know, I want to sell stuff. I don't want free money. I don't want people to just give me money. I want to earn my money, and I want to earn it by giving relatable, good content. So, and then sell my merch, the things that I love to make, like my bracelets and necklaces and stuff. So, it'll just be a big help. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging in there, and keep smiling. Smiling is contagious. Life is beautiful. Life is short. I love life. I am not giving up, no matter how frustrated I may get and the feelings I feel. Keep going, one day at a time, one step at a time. Just slow your roll, and I promise everything will work out. Peace.